Welcome to Sunshine Brown. Welcome. Welcome to Sunshine Brown. Welcome. All right. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Listen. Hello and how are you? I pray that you're having a wonderful day. All right. I would like to do this roundabout and wrap some things up. All right. Okay. I am continuing. I'm continuing. Okay. So, um, recently I just the video be for this one. Um, I dropped a video just talking about making people aware of some of the ways and the true things are, how people will deceive you, okay? Will deceive you, okay? So I dropped that video. Now, this is a continuation, okay? So I'm going to try to get through this really quickly, all right? Let's continue. Okay, first of all, I want to bring some clarity. Yes, I do. Okay, now, someone had the audacity to use, listen to me, the word manipulator. Oh, and I think that is really cute, okay? But let me break this down to you. Okay? Now, um, this is very important, and I want you to clearly hear what I'm saying. Okay? If the lighting is a little off, I apologize, but this is the space I'm in. The lighting is a little different. All right? I could rearrange some things, and but this video is going to be so quick. It's not even necessary. And as long as you can hear me, that's beautiful. All right? Here it is. Let's talk about truth. Let's talk about something true. Now, this is all coming from the targeting thing, okay? I want you to know before I go into this, I am healed. I feel safe. I feel beautiful. I feel loved. When I say safe, I feel protected, okay? I feel amazing after all of the craziness that has been done. All right? Now, I notice. Um, Many may be exhausted because this has been going on for years. I mean, it's been going on for years, okay? I have worn those shoes. I know, Malcolm, it's not the time. Pull all the loud toys out, right? So, listen to me. What I have experienced, I have just experienced it on a higher, bigger, crazier level. Okay? Now, I want to make it very clear and bring clarity to something that's very true. And I want you to understand. Actually, I think I may help a whole lot of people. Okay? I think this video may help a lot of people. Okay? Now, this is true. Just because, look at it. Really look at it. Just because people believe in, quiet her down, she has on her ear set. Listen to me. Thank you. I am pull up a chair. This video gonna help some people. I only got so many minutes on here. This is what it is. Many people believe that if you love God, okay? Many people believe if you love God, you have to be some little quiet punching bag, right? Or people feel that they can come into your life and play games with you. Or even if you're a person that carry yourself in a way that you really know how to do you well, meaning you don't get caught up in other people's chaos or whatever, or you know how to deal with your own chaos perfectly, meaning you can choose not to deal with it, exit, right? People don't like when you know how to have peace. Okay? There's several things that happens where people feel some type of way. Okay? And guess what? That's their business. That's their business. Now, we gon', let me try to speed it up. I want people to understand that, like I heard someone express, these people don't care about you. These people are not your friend. You don't have to break down anything that will help them. That was really mostly what it is people feel like, because they're on the other side of, even your attackers, they must have forgot what they did. They would say, don't try to help them. Don't, this is not about helping, just helping someone. I'm expressing what's true, because many people did get this story wrong, okay? Did get it all wrong, and will continue, and that's okay, all right? And all of that is okay. But I want to break down this truth before you run up on the next one and the next one and the next one. I'm gonna help you out, okay? I'm gonna help you out. This is what I mean. Someone that you hired to watch me closely and to give me mental conflict, hallelujah, and to give me mental conflict, to be a deceiver and a liar, two people, try to just break my entire peace, okay? Because of how things were set up around my children, I move in a different way when my family is involved and they're very close up on something with me. All right? Now listen to this. Let me tell you how she played you. She played you as if she was coming and meeting me at the grocery store, okay, to offer me help. But what you didn't know, she had already knew who I was. She lied to whoever she was collecting money from. She lied to them people. She already knew who I was. I had did her makeup for her wedding day. Let me tell you how badly this person deceived the entire group, the entire organization, and her church. Okay, because she was out here really pretending. Okay? She has sat with me at lunch several times. When I would go to lunch on my job at Ruby Tuesdays at the time or whatever, every day, she would always come around. Meaning, if nobody else was around, the part that I'm sitting in, oh, she's around. She's around snooping, walking around. This lady had already been on to me. Let me finish. Her friend, the hairstylist, I rocked her shop. That's what I call it, rock the shop. Meaning you get a booth and you just do makeup on the customers or whatever, sell them product, however. That's what I did. I would go to different shops and do that, okay? So many people, they already knew who I was, okay? Even though I didn't hang out with them, party with them, all that, lock in with many people, but they knew who I was when I would come on the scene and do some business or something. Let me finish. Even at the salon, she had initially lied to the lady to get in the door, okay? to say hello to me. And I was like, oh, I know her. Boop, boop, boop. And the salon, the stylist, the owner was like, oh, I didn't know you knew her. She even had lied to her to get into me to sign up for her business. Okay? I knew that I was not going to work with her. And I did not work with her. Okay? Because there were some things that I just did not like and I didn't feel right about. Okay? I know a fast talker when I see one. I know when a person sit down even to eat with you. That's why you watch the flow of people's character. They sit down to eat with you. They always snooping around you. They meet up with you or whatever. And you invite them to sit down or whatever. And they eat with you or whatever. They don't ever want to pay for anything. Oh, this was this person. Always mooching and shit. Yes. Let's talk about it. So she already knew who I was. So she already had this thing with these people that she was dealing with, that she was really going to do all these things to me. She was never going to be pleasant. That's why when I arrived and the way she did it, she was always like on me. I had to tell her, excuse me, you're a grown woman. Don't you have something to do? Instead of always, but she was just so into me. How do you get your edges colored? How do you do this? How do you do that? Okay? She deceived you. Listen to me. She even lied one day and had a whole entire mental breakdown because I left with my grandson and went to a park. Now, mind you, this home, she was never living in that home. She had a whole nother house with her husband. Okay? I was in that home. Okay? I'm at the park with my grandson, having a good time, talking to some people or whatever. She called me nearly 100 times. And people know that I'm not lying because everybody's on my phone. She lied and said that my kids cut, her exact words, that they cut her mother's stair lift. She said that. She cut the wire, that they cut the wire on her stair lift. I thought she was insane. I said, what are you talking about? She freaked out. Guess who arrived at the park? The hairstylist's daughter and her friends arrived at the park. Did you hear what I just said to you? Looking at me. And I did not realize who it was originally. You know how sometimes I did a video on that. How sometimes God will protect you where you don't realize certain things until they walk away. The same daughter who I did makeup on at her mother's shop, who we went and took a picture with the fabulous, legendary Gladys Moore. Rest in peace. Do you understand? So I am saying to you, all these people knew me. The hairstylist, that's her good friend, I went on television with her. She took me on television with her. Did you hear what I just said to you? No. These are women cliques that play games with people's lives. Period. You know who else arrived at the park? That called themselves checking me out. And I mean, I could have went to the park with my grandson. It was quiet there, all of that. The church people, who I knew the first lady, who would always come up to my job when I would manage that dress tuxedo store, downtown Cincinnati. Her church congregation, some of her people came up. Did you, little old me, do you hear what I'm saying? So even though you don't get out your vehicle around me, I know exactly who you people are. Yeah. Moving right along. This is past stuff I'm talking about. Like, this lady when I arrived. Was telling people I was pregnant. She was telling people I hung out every night. She was telling people all kinds of things. And this is what this woman was doing because she knew men were looking at me. And she also thought that I lived a life where men would be coming over so she could watch them on camera coming. You know, like she actually thought that I was in probably because that's what people think. They think that you're happy and you're, bubbly and colorful. They think you probably deal with everybody, you out partying all the time and stuff like that. I don't know. But she found out no, I don't think so. She had all these men coming over. She was the one inviting men over to see about working on this and working on that. And I'm like, damn. One evening I'm sitting up and it's 8 in the evening. A man talking about he gonna coming in to look at something. I'm like, what? Are you serious? At this late at night? Not late at night, but who's? Because I'm just saying, on a weekday, they try to set you up, see if you would holler at certain men, all that BS. None of that worked. None of that worked. Okay? There were several other things that took place. It was something else. And people pretend that they are helping you so much, but they don't talk about how you really was helping them. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about, this is what they do. This is what, I'm going to tell you what was done. Because we did a phone call on it. Right in front of the person, okay? My daughter and I. What they would it's so much. Not to mention. Now this video I'm putting up, but I'm going to wind up deleting it, okay? You would give them $1,000. And they'll say, well, you know what? My friend got this and that. Just go to him and he'll give you this or whatever for like any groceries or whatever. Okay? So the friend have probably been told like you some drug addict or you or whatever. We made something so real that he had to call her and say, what's really going on? Yeah. Things need to add up. They didn't add up. You was telling them men I was pregnant. You was telling people this. You was telling people that. All very rude. All very rude. Here we go. The day at the park. So naturally, I'm like, oh my God, okay, I'm going to have to leave. Okay, I just got here. And it was because my grandson and I was in the park having such a good time. And she wanted me there with her at the house so she could take care of getting some, whatever, something done. So as soon as I get back, which she didn't even call me to say that's okay. As soon as I get there, she says, oh, it worked. It was a switch that was on it that was turned off. But look at the lies you made up on my grandkids saying that they cut the wires. Like, that's how I know you cut your shit. You think of destruction right away. Ooh, that's traumatizing. I met some young people like that back in the day. Okay. You did that. She lied. And this is how she fooled you guys. If a woman runs a business and they have no little kids to tend to, okay? There's no children around for them to tend to, and it's just them, okay? I don't care if they help a husband a little bit with some calls or something or whatever for their business, okay? Or whatever they do, whatever. But if you're in a financial game or something, and you have that's the tricky part. You got to be able to hear. People come around and let me say something, they mimic people very well, okay? They speak well, this, that, break down that, whatever. Anything that you've been in, especially 20 years or over, you should be an expert in it, don't you think? You should be great in it, right? So, but anytime, and businesses go through different spells and things happen, okay, this, this and that. Business can be up and down. We already know this. But you know everybody, you celebrate with everybody, but you're not number one. But the people that hired you to do it, they would have known the truth if they would have just simply looked at that. You got so much free time. How you know all these people? You can gather them for BS. How come you're not number one or near it? That you playing. Like really playing. Are you serious? The other thing is, anybody can drive an old nice car that don't have a car note. Do you hear me? Are you okay? Anybody can do that. Well, you don't have a car note. I was paying $500 for one a month. Wrecked and all. $500 a month for that car. Do you see what I'm saying? And paying you. Even at my daughter's job, they had their family members harassing my daughter at her job, where she was there for only so many hours a day. She couldn't even go to work and just work in peace. They had all these little hood things happening. Yeah. You know what? When she came back, she already knew about it. She was already laughing about it, okay? So I decided, because this is what I want you to get you to understand. And the fact that even after all this happened, they had a nurse to still act like they want to stalk me, follow me, keep doing stuff, okay? This is the other part. When I realized earlier on what this person was doing, now, the things that I'm talking about, the family already talks about this. The whole family already knew how this person was. This wasn't a secret, okay? These people pretend they didn't know me or however. The sister knew me from my children playing football. The little league football situation. She was there. The swear up and down, she didn't know me. And the only thing different about me at that time is I only wore heels and suits and skirt suits and stuff. When I would have to, get off work or whatever and deal with the kids with the football and all that stuff. I was always, but I looked the same and everything. My hair, probably just wore my hair straight or it wasn't wild like this, but more of a different look. But still me. Same personality. All of that. The kids were there. My daughter was a cheerleader. The boys were playing football. But you don't know me. This is how much people be in your face or trying to run game on you and they pretend they don't know you. Your sister knew me. But it's okay. It's okay. These are people that were already stalking me, felt some type of way about me or whatever. Okay, so this is what I did. Because I don't want you to ever think a person just took a bunch of stuff and they were like, okay. As things changed over, this person, she said I got quiet. No, I knew what you were on. I knew what you was on. And I just did just this. And that in itself drove her crazy. Just for you to ignore. People's crap will drive them insane. I would never put my kids in danger. Dealing with all those ladies, making connections and just lying. House was on the main strip. Everybody knew I was home. She was saying I was out every night with a man. I don't know what you doing. I mean, just making up stuff.